Hey everybody, it's been a while, and you might be saying to yourself, oh, Peter's resurfacing, that must be that they're done with a documentary or something. And that's true. That's exactly it. I am. It's called AI is Not Replacing Who You Think. It is going to be premiering at 11 a.m. on July 11th, so as not to compete with the holiday weekend. If you'd like to watch it now, it's available on Patreon. You have to be a paid member, of course. We don't live in communism yet. Other bit of news, yes, I did dye my hair. No, I'm clearly not trying to cover up the fact that it is gray, as so much of it remains gray. I realized I have gray hair that's light, and that I can dye hair dark around it, and it would look cool, and I was right. It looks cool as shit. Documentary more important than the hair, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. By the title, I told you AI is not replacing who you think. I'm clearly making a case that AI is not replacing workers, but rather will be replacing capitalists. And make no mistake, that's what I believe wholeheartedly. But I gotta acknowledge, I'm not clairvoyant. I do not know what things will look like 100 years from now. I do not claim to. I'm just saying that if you follow the logic, this is an endpoint that has to be reached at some point. Whether it is sooner or later, whether things get better or worse before then, I don't know, and I'm not claiming to know. There is a specific logic that I have mapped out and have followed, and I think that a lot of people will find it interesting and enjoyable. There is somebody I know who will absolutely not enjoy the documentary, and you might say to yourself, well, you're saying AI will replace the capitalists, so it's got to be the capitalists, right? Nope, it's the anti-capitalists, actually. If you've ever encountered the left, you know that despite, for the last decade, being highly against intellectual property, they have clamped down as hard as they can in protecting the dynamic of intellectual property via the small artists. And they claim to have a lot of other reasons to not like AI, but I tend to find that if you talk to them long enough, they're like a small bean artist type, or they like commissioning those people to make really bad art of wolf men with like cocks that are huge or something. They have like those mesh tank tops on and stuff. I've written a lot of articles about AI and intellectual property, and even recently I wrote about how AI allegations are kind of primarily an excuse to harass an outgroup. And I was like, well, that's not leftists. Leftists don't do that kind of thing. No, it's leftists. It's been leftists. It's always leftists. I mean, it's also always right-wingers. Like, Direction Brain is essentially it's fandom, and all of this roots back to that in some way. It's fighting for your camp and attacking who you don't like. I call fandom a primary social ideology of contemporary American life. I don't know about you. Anyway, there's a video I was sent, and it serves to function as to tell people why I have to make documentaries about what I think about AI, which is that it will ultimately replace the class that coordinates the underclass's labor.
Stop using AI! Fucking stop it!
Opening comments, pretty strong, definite rationale. I know where she's coming from on this.
It is making you dumb. It is making you lose your cognitive thinking abilities.
So when you say something is making you look dumb, and you watch something like this back, and you decide you should upload it, I wonder what you think dumb looks like. Something with leftists is that they just spend no time whatsoever around normal people. I don't know how they do it, because I have to interface with the outside world on a daily basis, essentially. But they've found a way. I mean, I guess life does find a way generally.
But, well, there it is. There it is.
But they think that this is somehow a convincing argument. They think that this screaming at like, do you remember all of the people telling you to vote for Biden with this exact same tone? And why is it always in somebody's fucking car? Why are they always in the car?
Kiddo, champ! Chief!
I hope you were so happy to maybe never be able to fucking vote again because he's gonna take that fucking right away from you. But you fucking voted for him. You fucking did this shit.
You voted for Donald Trump in the election, you're actually fucking stupid. You're the dumbest fucking miserable fuck on the face of the planet.
A fascist! It's a fascist!
They just stop in like the co-op parking lot or something, and then they're like, this is where I must express this.
It is making you a sheep!
If there's one thing I don't call people, it is a sheep. I re-uploaded Our Lady of Perpetual Correctness on the Very Important Documentaries channel recently, and the argument that I make from there is that is insulting to people's intelligence. What they've figured out is a way around that, actually. You don't want followers. You want leaders that have limited choices. Through sort of a socializing, through individualism, and again, making sure that the choices are limited for actions, reactions, etc. You can have everybody be a leader, and for some reason they're all going in the same direction, or at least vaguely the same direction. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's sort of a Rube Goldberg way for them to have people who ultimately support the system without insulting their intelligence and calling them sheep or demanding that they acquiesce to the commands of the ruling class. But I mean, calling people sheep is like a guaranteed way for them not to listen to you, which again, goes back to the last thing I said. These people spend no time interacting with the real world.
You are funneling money directly to the people that are oppressing us!
This person just has every bad argument against AI, all condensed into one, don't they? This is the ethical consumption argument. Leftists love to say there's no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism. The fact is, they say it because they put consumption into a category of ethical or not ethical. Consumption is neither. It is a fact of life. There is no ethical, nor is there unethical consumption in capitalism. Consumption is. If you're mad that people who are subscribed to AI services are funneling money to the capitalists, boy, you gotta be mad at people who walk into Walmart and buy their fucking groceries, man. Right? Because let me tell you where that money goes. It's not to me. It goes to, as you call them, the people who are oppressing us.
You cannot claim to care about marginalized people or the environment, anything. You cannot claim to care about those things if you're using AI.
Now, the question isn't if I can claim. The question is if I do. Do I care about those things? For all those who have difficulty detecting humor, I do. I care greatly about those things, the environment, marginalized people, etc. But let me go ahead and just talk about conflict minerals for just a second. If you're watching this, if you have the ability to film anything, if you use anything with a chip in it, you have conflict minerals in your possession. All of those things are funneling money into the people that are oppressing us. All of them. Every single one. All of the buying of iPhones, all of the buying of laptops, all of the viewing of content via data. These leftists that are filming these tirades in their cars and parking lots or wherever, they're filming them with
their minerals.
The trick is, you exist in the world. You don't have a choice. Like, we don't get to choose how anything is made. And the thing we should do is, instead of trying to police people's consumption, we should be trying to make them manufacture, produce, or oversee services in ways that aren't destructive to people or the environment.
We have lived our entire existence without needing it. We don't need it, and now you can't even write a goddamn email!
I actually couldn't write an email very well before. I don't know what the hell to do in emails. I'm socially awkward, believe it or not. It might seem like I actually am pretty good at talking to people, especially if you see me talking to people, but know that I'm actually dying inside the whole time. Every single small instance of reassurance that happens in the conversation is just a tiny bit of a massive weight lifted off my shoulders. And that's with Wellbutrin. The other part that we don't need AI. Do you know what we didn't need? Phones. We didn't need the phones that we have now with the
minerals
inside of them. And we didn't really need the original version of the phone, which is just a complicated mess of wires. We got along for like 100,000 years before the phone. So why make the phone? Do we need light bulbs? I mean, we had candles. But you know what? Did we need fire? Did we really need it? I mean, we had caves, but did we really need caves? Yeah, this is called reaction, as in reactionary. The wish to bring back an old state or the wish to maintain the current state, which becomes the old state immediately. I'm using the word state as in like status, like a save state in a video game. To be a reactionary is to wish you could go back to an autosave from a certain time point. I mean, it's really complicated. There's a lot of reasons people are reactionary. Some of it is grasping with their own mortality or their position in the world, or like cultivating an easy to maintain fan base to either make money or protect you when the inevitable cartoon child porn with horses folder pops up on your streamer. You know.
Why? Why? You are an idiot. You are willingly becoming an idiot. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You can take back your fucking mind.
When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
You are pouring money into the people that want us dead.
No, you're pouring money into the people that want your money. Like that's how that works. And make no mistake, some of them do want us dead. I'm not going to say that there are none of them that want us dead. But most of them just want your money.
They want us not to question them. They want to control us.
They don't want to control us. They do. That's how class works. There's a ruling class, and then there is a subordinate class or subordinate classes. They don't want anything. Like, this is how it works. It's the whole reason, like, any of us are like, oh man, you got to talk about class.
And you can't make a flyer? You can't write an email?
I don't like making flyers either. Like, it's not just email. Like, stuff that I don't like doing but have to do, maybe I would like to outsource, except for up until this point, I haven't had the ability to outsource it because I can't just be out paying everybody to do other stuff all the time because I'm not a capitalist. I'm not rich. I don't have the ability to hire a crew. And let's be serious, flyers are all dog shit. Like, they're never good.
You're asking it questions like it's your friend. It's not your friend! It can't think! It doesn't have a brain! People have brains!
True. Actually, good observation. A lot of people do think that AI is somehow very smart, somehow approaching human intelligence. And while it is able to retain large amounts of information and sort it and recall it in ways that a human cannot imagine, knowledge is not wisdom. And wisdom, it comes from life experience. Thinking is the ability to take knowledge and apply wisdom. AI can't do that. AI, although I say this not with the intention of diminishing what a tool is, a tool certainly changes the relationships that we have to the world. I'm not trying to say that doesn't happen, but it is a tool. It is subordinate to the human mind. Even if it has more information than a human mind can handle, it is subordinate to the human mind. And not because it's got guardrails and rules. It's because of the fundamental nature of what it is. It cannot have a life. It cannot have experiences. It cannot think, as this person is saying. However, this person is saying it in a way that is intended to lecture me, who has thought this out quite a bit. As you know, an AI using person, which I do use AI. I don't use it in the way this person would probably think I do, but it's, a couple of pretty good things. It's a good search engine. It's really good at organizing notes and helping test certain ideas and argue and refine points. I do that constantly. I'm not doing it because I think it's my friend. I do it because I think that it will probably come up with a better argument than the people on Twitter that I used to argue with to develop my arguments, which is true. It does. And the crossover with the people who used to argue with me on Twitter all the time, and this person, I'm guessing, fairly high.
You need to go out and talk to real human people. You need friends.
You need to go out and talk to real human people. You need friends.
It cannot tell you the truth. It doesn't know what it's saying. It's stupid. Stop it. Stop it. Get that shit out of my face.
I will again say, this is what reaction looks like. See, it's this person's belief that because somebody uses AI, that AI is being shoved into their face. It's not. This is like trans people. A lot of people think that trans people simply existing and being out means they're shoving everything in your face. And they're not. They just exist and are usually minding their own business. I'm not going to say that there's no really obnoxious trans people that are intentionally doing everything possible to spite the rest of the population. I'm not saying those people don't exist, but they're not most trans people.
I don't respect you if you're defending it. It is destroying our planet, taking our clean water. We are going to run out of clean drinking water.
The water point. Didn't see that coming. So, first off, the water cycle. A lot of people think that AI is using up water, which is disproven very stupid and idiotic. There is a slightly, in my opinion, more sincere concern about communities and water usage. You see, a lot of these AI data centers are going into areas in which the community does not have a reliable or updated or maintained water delivery system, and thus the water pressure goes down or water quality decreases. And a lot of people make the mistake and say that this is a problem of AI. It's not. Yes, the data centers use the water and expose the problem in the water delivery systems, but that is the municipality failing the citizens of the area. It's not AI taking their water. Those water systems can be repaired or updated or whatever needs to happen. It's entirely possible. I'm not going to say that automatically fixes the problem, but it's how to fix the problem. And that's what you should be angry about, the fact that these municipalities have failed their citizens. And yes, in many cases, those citizens belong to historically marginalized groups. We're not going to run out of water. Do you understand that we get water out of the ocean and desalinate it? And even there are now power plants that can use the desalination of the seawater as a means to generate power, which is clean energy? Or do you keep up on any of the environment shit? Do you do that or no? Or did you just yell about how everything's bad and the environment's being destroyed? You don't know how or why or what's being done about it or anything. You just want a doom to yell at me because you don't like a thing.
Oh my God! I don't respect you if you're using AI!
Oh my God, my name is Cheryl, and I'm your daughter.
I don't have a daughter named Cheryl.
It makes me know that you are stupid! And you are a sheep!
Please tell me why you're doing this to yourself.
What do you mean why I'm doing this to myself?
And effectively, you're fucking MAGA! You cannot be a liberal and be using AI!
Well, I'm definitely not a liberal. I would say that I view the liberals in the exact same way I view the MAGAs, though. Let's just say I think that the liberals and the MAGAs and the leftists, all these various groups, I think they've led themselves into a corner.
Oh my God! It goes against everything that people like me stand for! The planet is being destroyed!
Do you even know what you're saying at this point? Like, I don't feel like, I think you've worked yourself up to the point where it's not possible to even know what you're saying anymore, which is not good for your whole "you're being dumb" argument. Like, you can't really tell people they're being dumb when you're acting like this.
I hate you! I hate you! Oh my God!
I know you hate me and people like me, and you just hate most people. That's really what it is. I don't know if you'd admit that, but I wouldn't be shocked if you did. You don't think that things that will make people's lives easier, particularly disabled people, people with cancer, people with various diseases that limit mobility and limit expression, particularly people like that, will benefit from AI and AI use more than I ever will. Are those people sheeple? Are they sheep? Are they dumb? Are they bad? Do you hate them? Yes, you probably do. Because you think that they're using up the water. There's some people who know a little bit more about the water argument who are like, no, it's not about using up the water. We don't think they're using up the water. And then there's like everyone else who's making the argument who is saying that we're using up the water. This person is saying we're using up the water. This is why I have to make a documentary. This is my cross to bear. And I'll say, not all heroes wear capes. It's primarily because there's not a cape anywhere in my immediate vicinity. Although I am seeing a blanket, and I could probably repurpose that as a cape. So as you can see, I am a hero. A hero with a pretty good body, great hair, and eyes that you will lose yourself in forever. This is the future. And if you don't like it, I can't make you like it. But you can't make it stop. It's gonna happen. At the end of the new documentary, I use this quote from a surfer. His name escapes me at the moment, but it's, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. And I have no intention of learning to surf, literally speaking, but metaphorically, he's completely right. Stop the whinging and the literal definition of reaction. Reevaluate your circumstances that have led you to believe that posting shit like this has any positive effect in terms of advancing what you're attempting to advocate for. Because there are a lot of people, to be clear, that I agree with who make videos like this. And wow, it doesn't help. Anyway, watch the documentary on July 11th with me at 11 a.m. I'll be in the chat at the premiere. Witness my courage, witness my bravery as I heroically make the case that AI will be what brings the capitalists down eventually. If you want to watch the documentary right now instead of on July 11th, it's available again on my Patreon by becoming a patron. Also, join the Discord. We have a ton of fun in there. I love my Discord peeps. Shout out to you. I don't know why I did that. Bye.